This is the Said No One Ever podcast.
A podcast about things you never knew you wanted to hear about.
I'm Ian Bennett.
And I'm Martin Moore.
Let's get into it.
Episode 2.
Bam.
Said No One Ever podcast. I'm Martin Moore.
I'm
Ian,
Bennett.
dude, what's up?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Very, very good. It's a hot vax summer.
Woo!
I know I said that last episode, but
I think you might have to keep saying it until it's not.
It feels good, man.
Yeah, it feels great.
Being vaxxed up,
Yep.
being around people in bars, restaurants. I was on a boat last week. Like, that was nice. Just chopping it up with a tequila sunrise, just out in the waves, doing my thing, enjoying life. Not at a park doing picnics and Zooming with people, and it feels good to be out and to be back and kind of back to normal.
Yeah, it's good. We're second episode. We're not off the air yet, so that's great. You know,
Yeah, right.
People are loving us.
We made it to episode
Right?
2.
Episode 2.
We had a dope guest last episode. We had Sam Lister on. We were talking about hustle porn.
Great dude.
We got a great episode today. We're going to be talking about cult culture.
Cult culture, man.
So
this is a big one.
I Googled that.
Did you?
Because I
love it.
think
Love
I
it.
made. I think I may have coined the phrase because I can't find the phrase cult culture anywhere on the internet. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
No,
the
you
listeners
could be right.
will check me.
I asked my wife, and
So
she was like, "What?"
This episode, this could be our banner episode where we actually create a phrase.
So that's a
cult culture.
Oh my, Martin.
What
Moore,
is
you're
cult
the man.
culture? What is cult culture?
You're the man. A.K. Houdini. We got his
That's
nickname.
right. That's my new nickname.
Houdini.
So we're talking about cult culture today.
Yeah, man.
What do you think cult culture is?
Oh, I'm gonna take a stab at it. Get it? Cult. I'm gonna take a stab at it, and I'm gonna say honestly, cult culture, just basically what you're into, right? Like you got all these different cults, like so. I'm just gonna split it up and then put it your culture. So you can probably have some gym heads, or maybe I think you'd probably call them gym rats. I hate to use that term. But,
I know. I don't hate using that term.
You know, like or you got like I don't know. You got your heavy metals. You got your you got your hipsters. You got your you know, like you got all those guys. So I think you got your spiritual. People. You got your Karens. Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna get into some Karens.
Yeah, you got
so
your Karens.
I not only did. I think I coined the phrase cult
Okay.
culture.
I like it.
I made up a little definition for
Okay.
for the listeners.
Let me hear it.
That hopefully gives it some more context.
Yeah.
Cult culture is a group of people obsessed with an idea or a product or a way of life who won't be swayed and will not entertain or deviate from whatever it is they've been sucked into. They spend every waking moment of their lives trying to convince others to join them or think like them.
Martin, that's huge. That's spot on because you're right. Because if you're in this cult culture, you can't even persuade them. You can't even make them common sense. If it's good or bad, you're right. I love that
And so one of the first examples that I'd mentioned, before we even started the show was gym rats. We've all had that friend who is trying to get you, dude, why don't you come to the gym with me and work out at 4 a.m. and they're pushing their protein powders and their diets on you, and it's almost cult-like. There's a big dichotomy between a world that you live in where you're trying to be fit and be healthy, and you just do it low key. It's part of your day, and then other people where it just defines them, and all they're trying to do is just get other people to to join them on their endeavor, and it's all they talk about, it's all they do, it's all they push.
So that's good though, because I love the gym, but I am not to that extent. So I feel good. So you made me feel good because I'm not maybe a gym mouse.
Gym mouse.
No, but like you're right. I go to the gym. I'm all about myself when it comes to the gym. Like I'm not pushing anything. If anyone needs help though, I'll help them. If they want supplements or some protein stuff, I will give them. But I'm not that guy to go out there and hey man, check my shake out.
So you're not on Facebook and searching and you see Martin Moore's working out in the morning, and then you get in my comments, dude, you need to do these protein powders.
Nah, I'm not about that.
I hate that shit.
It
drives me crazy.
But I use it though. Like I'm gonna be honest. There's certain products that I use that helps. But like I'm just not pushing it on people. Let's just say it like that. So I'm in the gym. I like looking good. I want people to look good. I want people to be healthy. That's my first part. And you're a healthy guy. You don't have to work out all that
I
stuff.
started once COVID started. I got up to like 198 pounds.
Oh wow!
Ever since I got my job, my new career, I don't work on cars anymore. I sit at an office desk, and so I gained a ton of weight. So like right before COVID started, I almost hit 200 pounds. I was like, dude, I need to do something. So me and my wife, Jen, we built the gym in the basement, and we've been working out for a year, Monday through Friday, every single morning. I've been watching what I eat. I'm down almost 20 pounds. I'm getting lean. I'm getting a little bit of muscle, and it feels good.
See?
But I've been kind of periodically posted my progress on social media, and I'll get people that slide in that give me unsolicited, powders and pills I need to take and advice and all this stuff. And I just, it drives me crazy. And so it got me thinking about cult culture and, just some other areas where people kind of dabble in that stuff and get obsessed with it. Apple fanboys.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
one of them, bro. I'm the biggest fanboy, and I'm constantly guilty of trying to
because you want to keep everything the same.
People were on their Android phone and it doesn't work. I'm like, well, if you had an iPhone or you ever try and you have an iPhone, right?
Yes.
You ever try and want to FaceTime someone and you find out they have an Android phone and then you got to mess around with Google fucking Hangouts and Zoom and all that other stuff?
Yeah, exactly. And I am an Apple fanboy, but I don't think I'm a fan. I like everything to be the same so that I just figure in my head it works together, right? That's my problem, but I could see you want the AirPods, you want this, it's got to be this, it's got to be that, and I get that, and honestly, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a bad thing. I annoy the shit out of people. I annoy people.
Yeah, but if everything is Apple though, I mean, why would you want to? It's like matching your clothes or you gotta stay, you gotta match. So
that's another
bad thing.
Another thing that you just said, matching your clothes. Like sneakers.
That can't be a cult thing, is it? Well, sneakerheads?
Sneakerheads.
Ooh,
that can get pretty
yeah.
culty. That can get pretty culty. Flat earthers. Ooh. Now that's honestly it's 2021 and there's a Facebook group with almost 300,000.
No way.
300,000 people and they have conventions and stuff. Jeez. And dude, it is like a cult. They're obsessed. If you post something about SpaceX or anything where the Earth is round, dude, they come at you hard and fast, and they are relentless.
That is true. I mean, then you got all those comic books.
For sure,
dude. That's a huge one.
So I guess here's my question. Here's what we'll get into with cult culture. Is it a bad thing? What are some of the levels? Is there because there's some that are harmless. Being an Apple fanboy, flat earthers really that's not really a threat. But you can get into some pretty crazy culty groups like anti-vaxxers or political extremists like Antifa or Proud Boys, conspiracy theorists, televangelists, where now you're messing with people's health.
Yeah.
You got people storming capitals. You got people giving mega churches all of their money for nothing in return, so they can fly around on private jets. And so where's that balance between being a fanboy and just being really into working out at the gym and
let's tackle
getting crazy and going to jail for something or spending your life savings on something, or there's people that like on Facebook that have groups that think that doctors are evil and they're cutting out skin cancer and burning off skin cancer. And so where's that line crossed? Where's it blurred?
That's a really honest thing. And I honestly we can take vaccination right now just because it's I
think that's a good one to talk about.
I mean, let's be honest, it's 50-50 right now.
It
right?
really is.
It's 50-50. It's either in it or you want to do it or you don't want to do it. I hear all the conspiracies. Oh well, you take it, everybody might die at 90, right?
Yeah, Bill Gates is microchipping you.
Yeah, you hear all those things, and I mean, again, it could be true, and it might not be, but
we'll find out, and
we'll find out soon, right? I guess, but it honestly, I really want people to understand it's really not about that. It's about getting back to the norm, right? Mm-hmm. Even though there's a new norm, but it's about getting that. If and it sucks if society and the government saying, if we all get vaccinated, we can go back to normal. Guys, we have to do it, man.
Oh, 100%.
We have these kids that need to get back into sports and just in activities. We need them to get back outside. We need them to venture off, going to the zoo, going to the restaurants. We need to get these kids and adults and even the older people going, because if you're on the older scale, you don't have that many more years to live.
No,
you don't know.
Especially if you're late in retirement.
Exactly.
You spent your whole life saving up. You want to go on a cruise or something, and you're sitting here in your condo playing chess and watching episodes of MASH.
Exactly. You know who loves it though? You Netflix and all those things love it, and streaming everything. They all love that stuff. But we gotta start getting back to living life again and breathing fresh air and all that stuff. So honestly, I say, and this is just my opinion, I say, do it just so we can get back to normal. If you don't do it, then I guess take that risk.
Do you think, or do you foresee in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be required where, like, if you want to get in a baseball game or you want to go to a restaurant or you want to fly on an airplane, that like you're going to have to be vaccinated, and if you're not, sorry,
it sucks, and you're going to have to take that risk, or you're going to have to drive somewhere, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to have to, if you want to go to Florida, you might have to make that trip. If you want to, I think you're going to have those options, which is fine. But like you said, what's convenient? Flying, right?
Yeah.
And if they put a stipulation on that, they can put a stipulation on. So be it. You
Private
can't,
business.
You can't cry. You can't get mad. Maybe some airlines might be like, you don't need to get vaccinated. Some airlines might say you need to get vaccinated. So on that, it's going to probably be your own choice. But I think flying, again, they're probably going to mandate that soon. And then if you want to go to a trip, you're just going to probably have to drive. So that's on you, right? So
or take a Zeppelin.
Or Zeppelin, or train,
I understand some of the trepidations about getting the vaccine.
Yeah,
like I get, you're afraid you're going to get a blood clot or something. And a lot of people don't know what's in it. But at the same time, most of the people that are afraid of getting it, they've already got their measles and mumps vaccine. They've gotten flu vaccines. I struggle with trying to understand what it is people are afraid of or what they think a vaccine is.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Or isn't.
That's easy. It's when something's new, people are just terrified, right? If there's not enough research, and I get that part.
That's been a big...
And I get that part, right? That we don't have that much information. It's
but we
new.
do. That's the problem.
But we do. And then again,
they did trials, and it's been out for 6 months. I mean, there's been a year of it, and people are still like, I want to wait and see what happens.
I want to see what happens.
We've already done that.
Because exactly. So if you want another pandemic, I mean, I guess we can wait again, right?
Yeah, right.
If you want another strand or something, but
so it's crazy how cult-like people can get with it on both sides too.
I think that's made it worse now, because now you're stuck. So you got the vaccine, but then you go deeper into these different topics. Now people are so set in their ways, and that's why I think cult culture was brilliant. That I guess we coined the phrase, and I'm going to give it to you, man. You coined the phrase, but I think it's huge now, because now people are standing up for what they. Before you could maybe talk it out, and persuade them, maybe to now.
Now because protests and boycotts and
now they believe in this. You're not changing them, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because, again,
there's people that have quit I know people that have quit their jobs, or they won't go to a restaurant anymore, or they've completely alienated friends and family because...
Or is there a God? Or is there not a God?
Yeah,
now?
right.
People believe... Now, before, it was like, you kind of were like, you know what? I might not believe in God, so I'm going to keep it low. Now they're coming out because of all this cult culture and all this cult stuff. Now they're like, no, I'm making a stand. There's no God, or there is a God.
Yeah.
Now it's like they're all coming out now of the woodwork and with their own opinion now, because
it's so black and white, and there's just no push or pull, and nobody wants to even entertain someone else's point of view. I'm right, you're wrong, and that's it. And if you don't like what product I like, or believe what I believe, or think what I think, well, you're dead to me then. And And it's such a shitty way to live in a society.
And that's the frustrating part.
You don't like Nikes?
Yeah.
Fuck
exactly,
you.
Right? I don't like Adidas.
You got a PlayStation? No, I'm Xbox. Oh, get out of here, man. Like,
and that's my issue, Martin. It's like we can't have these conversations anymore. It's almost like it's like a debate, but it's even not a debate because you're never going to switch. So
so why even talk?
That's what I'm saying. So it's not even a conversation. It's not a debate. What is it then? You saying your side, I say my side. So what do we call those now? What do we call those conversations now?
Cult conversations.
Cult conversations. We're going to stay on my side, we stay on your side, and we're just going to talk the facts, because it's like, like people say there's no God. I love this one where there's a God and no God. You know those people. So it's like, oh, well, I'm on the other hand where I believe in God, and I give them examples like there's miracles. How does this happen? And then the other side is like, oh, well, if there's a miracle, why is God letting these kids die at certain ages?
Yeah.
Or why but then it's like, oh, well, if there's a miracle, it's supposed to happen. So you can argue both points,
exactly.
Right? So like, it's just, I don't know, like, do you just respect someone's opinion?
You do. I think you do.
And then you just can't get mad about it. And like, you can't just go, oh, well, you believe in this, so I can't talk to you, or you're crazy, or no, I think, and I'm the same way. If you don't believe in something and I believe in I'm just saying, okay, I hear your points.
Yeah.
I think they could be valid, but I believe in my way.
I think one of the biggest things that I've noticed, especially is the rise in social media has happened over the last 10 years, and the kind of the echo chambers that the algorithms create and the Facebook groups and all that stuff is you end up living in this world that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram create for you based on what you like and who you friend and the articles you click through, and we're each presented a completely different world from each other. And so I did this little experiment about a year ago where on social media You know, I'm a liberal. I'll say it. Whatever. I have no problem saying it. I grew up conservative, but I'm a liberal. But I did this experiment where I clicked on basically any sort of conservative news source that I could find, and it took about 2 weeks, and all of a sudden every video on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook feed
crazy, right?
started switching to what it thought I wanted to see.
I know.
And so it really made me hyper aware of the content that I had been originally consuming, and to make sure that I just go out and I talk to other people that don't think like me socially or politically or whatever it is, and really just consuming content from all kinds of areas and information from all kinds of areas, and being open to the fact that maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. Maybe I could be wrong every once in a while about something. And I think if enough people do that and kind of embrace that mantra, and they're not so myopic when it comes to whatever it is that they're yapping about or think, I think it will go a long way.
Yeah, but then what about so then
empathy and sympathy, I think, go a long way.
I love that. But then what about the TikTok culture?
And
like what about that? That's taken over the world. But it's like, dude, someo's telling you this dance is it,
and now you do it.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. It's supposed to be free flowing.
Or some of the what do they call those on TikTok? The challenges that are so dangerous, like the Tide Pod challenges, and
you know what's funny?
Remember that one where you would hold your phone over a bridge, like by your fingertips?
You know what's funny for me? How does that even get a challenge when it's stupid and it doesn't even make sense? And like you can get hurt. Like for me,
that's a cult.
If there's a challenge that could get me hurt, or I'm going to lose my phone, or my phone's going to crack, and I lose, and you're not paying for it, or something, to me, that's a horrible challenge. The challenge should be something where if I do it, it brings me satisfaction and I can get over it. But it shouldn't be dangerous, man.
No.
And it shouldn't hurt or it shouldn't lose something.
Right.
That makes no sense.
Like your life or your property.
But people are doing it, man.
Well, they are.
It's crazy
and you know, that's one of the things about cult culture is there's no science or rationality or anything to it. It's just you're just sucked into and brainwashed into thinking something or doing something or believing something when you probably otherwise wouldn't, but you're just so overpowered and pressured with other people just on top of you, breathing down on you, trying to convince you to say or think or do or believe or buy something. So this is it's marketing. Yeah. It's marketing at its best and worst.
Genius. So this is good. I got a really good question for you then, Martin. So then, do you think you're part of a cult culture, especially if you're an Apple boy, Apple fanboy?
100%. Apple fanboys are some of the worst.
Yes. Or
go to Reddit and go to the Apple subreddit.
Exactly.
Apple can do no wrong.
Right? They can't. Do you think someone could persuade you from a cult, do you think? Or are you like set in your ways?
Well, absolutely. You can there's examples of it. Yeah, you can be persuaded, but I think it takes a very special person or group of people to be able to persuade someone out of. I mean, it's no different than getting someone to stop drinking, getting an alcoholic to stop drinking, or getting a drug addict to stop doing drugs, or someone who has a gambling addiction. You know, you get sucked into this stuff, and no one is ever going to change your mind, and you're never going to be able to help yourself. It takes a very special person who understands empathy and sympathy, and doesn't approach you with an aggressive I'm here to change you. I'm here to listen to you, give you my experiences and feedback, my knowledge, and you can do what you want with it, and then hopefully you can incept a couple ideas into their head and hopefully get them to self-actualize and change.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get you in trouble though here, right? I'm gonna get you in trouble. So Koss or
Koss?
Apple?
Come on, bro.
This guy is
Koss,
so smooth.
Man.
Okay, so you got a speaker. What's are we going Koss speaker? Or are we going?
We're going Koss.
Ooh,
always,
okay. So
that's what we're wearing right now.
Okay. I know we are, and that's what I'm saying. But like,
I love it.
Are your ears burning? Burning?
We sound amazing.
Okay, so
these are nice and lightweight.
Okay, so wireless AirPods or wireless headphones. So like, what are you going? Are you going Koss? Or are you going Apple?
Koss, baby.
Dang,
This
guy is good, man. Okay,
always.
I like that.
Only because it's better, not because I'm in a cult.
Oh, I like. Hey,
only because it's better.
Okay, so that's perfect. That's a good thing. Rationality, right? You're being real. You're giving me the facts. So I love it. That to me, that's amazing. Good stuff.
Hold on, I'm just going to.
I hope I didn't get you in trouble.
No,
you felt good, but you answered it well. I mean, you went with Koss. Good man. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Cost is fantastic, man.
They really
this
are.
stuff is great. My ears feel good. The quality sound is good. But I'm not that Apple fanboy like this guy.
Oh, dude, I'm terrible, man. I push it on everybody. As soon as I see someone struggling with a base attack, I'm like, well, you should just have an Apple TV or a MacBook. Or,
Dang, so you push it that hard.
But the problem is all I do is bitch about Apple stuff, too, because half the time it doesn't work, and it's so expensive, and...
But they control you, dude.
They do.
Listen,
their walled garden is not good,
man. Like and like you have an old phone, and then it starts breaking down suddenly because you have to update it. Come on, man. Come on. We all been there. We all done that. We know what's going on. Let's be honest. You take good care of your phone. It doesn't matter though. They'll shut you down.
100%.
Bam.
All right, so back to cult culture. Are flat earthers?
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on this, man.
Do you think the world's flat? Or?
You know what? That's a good question. You know what? I don't care. Bam. I don't care. Is it going to affect me? No. Well, what's it affecting? Nothing.
You have no plans to go into space?
Man,
find out for yourself?
No, forget that.
That could all be CGI.
No, until they find aliens here.
Some of those.
Until they find aliens. They see UFOs and stuff. Until I see the first alien, then I'll want to go into space and hang out with them. But I don't see that yet. There could be. I'm not saying there's not, but I don't.
Speaking of UFOs, you know what I find really frustrating is it's 2021.
Thank you.
And we got people with Android phones and iPhones with 4K cameras and all this stuff capturing gorillas in the zoo doing one-off crazy things and meteors falling from the sky, and all we have is blurry, low-res, black and white videos of UFOs.
It's a joke, bro. It's a joke. We got even pictures of Bigfoot.
Yeah,
right? We got pictures of Bigfoot.
But you don't have one single high-res picture or photo of a UFO.
That's what I'm saying.
Doing
Martin.
something.
Martin, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. And then the Earth is flat. Like I just don't want you guys to pollute. Like I'm a big guy. Like so for me, if the world is round or flat, I could care less. I'm not going to lose sleep over that. If those guys and those cults want to lose sleep over it, hey, more power to you. I guess you have nothing else to do. You must be having you must make some good money that you don't have to worry about anything like that. So perfect.
So what? I guess it begs the final question: what can you do to avoid being sucked into some of these? Some of these groups of people who,
or maybe I'll spin the question. What about if there's a cult that is good for humanity, or maybe there's
of nice people?
I don't know.
A cult of nice people,
or is there a cult of positivity? Right? Like,
but that's this podcast.
That's what I'm saying. So are we going to be a
Inspire
cult?
Greatness podcast?
Are we going to be is that going to be a cult? And be like, oh, you guys all Aspire Greatness podcast. You guys don't ever get mad. You guys, No, I don't know. Is there a cult that could help people?
Yeah, I think that's just everyday people. I think honestly,
that's a cult. Yeah,
I think everyday good people.
I want to be part of that cult.
That you check on your neighbor, or you stop to help someone push a car, or you float someone a buck. That that I think.
What do we call that? Can we? Because I want to hashtag that
society.
No, but I want to. No, we got to give it a name. I want to be part of that cult. I want to be part of the good people called doing the right thing, doing good things, and just really talking to people like you just said.
Positively culty.
Yeah, we need to come up with something and let that be a cult because I like that. I want to be
because that's how I am. You and I are both. We're very positive people, and I'm always trying to push that on people and get them to be positive and not look at so much of the negative in the world. Focus on you, your block, your city, and all the positive things you can do. And I think pushing that on people and trying to convince people to embrace that rather than being so fucking angry all the time at everything and questioning everything and coming up with conspiracy theories. Be positive. Like I don't think that's a bad.
Dude, I got some friends, man, Martin. Like I got some friends that always question everything.
I know.
Like and like they're my good friends, but it's like when is it time to just be like, bruh? Like maybe we just can't hang out anymore but it's like I grew up with something that's but it's constantly I do something or I say something. It's like, oh, why do you think that?
Yeah,
How
do you know I don't know, man, because I just do.
I know, and it's like, and they want to question.
Why do you care so much?
Right? Exactly. I'm gonna give a shout out to Drew Ruggles here because Ruggles, my guy Drew, he's one of my best friends. But me and him, there's some stuff we just clash, my man.
Yeah.
Like, and I just don't understand why we're clashing. You know what I mean? Like, just take it for what it is, if you believe it or not. But why are you always trying to question me, man? We're friends, man. We're good. Just it's like, again, like you said, Nike or Adidas.
Yeah.
He likes Adidas. I like Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got some flat feet. You know, like he's got some wide feet, so he might have to wear Adidas.
He's got them penguin.
He got some penguin feet. I got some flat feet too, but I just like Nike. But no, I get you on that with this whole cult culture. I think it's massive. I think it's huge. I think it's really taking over. I think this is going to be a big issue. I think coming out of the summer. You know,
Yeah,
I think
I
by
agree.
August when everyone starts kind of getting out, I think you're going to start seeing, like you said, protests about everything. I think now
Everything.
everyone's going to be out, and I think you're going to see people take a stand. And I think honestly, if it gets out of hand, you could see some crazy stuff happening. I think this summer.
Then we move this podcast to Utah.
Dude,
We get a nice little ranch out there.
I feel anything goes in Utah, right? Man?
Yeah,
Anything.
couple ATVs,
Right?
and we just go out there and
No, exactly.
chill by the bunker.
It's just crazy, man. It's crazy, and I'm just like I'm excited to see what comes of it. You know,
Yeah.
like, I want to see what's gonna happen. Are you gonna see these little kids marching around, and be like, "We want to play" or something? You know,
Yeah.
you just never see. You just know. You never know.
And then you got another group of people that are like, you can't play.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, did you get vaccinated?
Kids shouldn't be playing. You're not.
Exactly. Or what are you guys still doing out there? You know, like only 40% or only 60% have been like. So just stuff like that, where I think you're gonna see a lot of people voicing their own opinions on social media. And like just in the world,
Just about
in the environment.
everything.
Like I think you're gonna see them at
Almond milk
restaurants.
versus real milk.
I know, man. Exactly, stuff like that. And then I think you're gonna get the foodies too, where they're all about, it's got to be plant based, it's got to be this.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
people the vegans are gonna come back out.
Yeah,
and
the
like,
vegans and
oh
the
my
vegetarians
gosh.
that can get pretty culty too,
Bro,
big time.
That is, I think that's a big industry, and I think that's a big money making issue too.
Oh, it is.
Because vegan, man, like I mean, they're making, and again, you believe or what you want, but let's be honest. You hear all these examples. Oh, gorillas, biggest animal in the beast. They only eat plants, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting. Could a gorilla beat a lion? I don't know. Right? Could they?
I wonder if it's on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like that's stuff like that. So then what
It
happens?
also could be in one of the 800 King Kong movies.
Right, exactly. Like so, then that's what I'm saying.
And
So
we just haven't seen. He did fight a T-Rex once, so
that's what I'm saying. So like, and you know, T-Rex is what they're eating, right? But
Right.
you know what King Kong's eating. So like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, how do you like? It's your thing. So like, if a lion wins and say beats a gorilla, so then what? Is everyone go back to eating meat?
Right,
Like,
right.
or if the gorilla wins, everyone gonna turn vegan? Like, that's my.
I'm just a big fan of just do what you
Yeah,
do, you
man, yeah,
be you, and let other
yeah.
people do them and be them.
Stop hating. Yeah.
If it doesn't affect you, who cares?
I agree, man.
You think the Earth is flat? It affects me zero.
Exactly.
I have no problem with it. Don't give me beef because I think it's round.
Yeah, because there's some healthy vegans that are really healthy, and I know a ton of meat eaters that are really healthy. I don't know. You can say break down the science and all that stuff, but I'm sure we can break the science down on everything, right?
Exactly.
So
Cult culture, dude.
cult culture, man, it's real.
It's interesting stuff. It's fascinating stuff. We could talk about it forever.
Yeah. You coined the phrase, man.
Hey.
Cult culture, man. I love this. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
We're hitting the ground running, man. We're on
we are.
fire, man. It's hot. Like, would you say it was a
Hot vac summer.
hot back summer, man? Man, you're coining a lot of stuff.
Oh, that wasn't
Man.
me. That was
Okay,
I think
okay.
that was like a Kardashian because last year was
Hey.
hot girl summer.
That's right.
And so
That's
someone
right.
changed it to hot vac summer. I stole that. I can't take.
Oh,
credit for
and
that.
then yeah, that's a whole nother cult down there. Though.
Oh,
Jeez, the
boy.
Kardashians. We won't even get into that. Man,
Hey, dude, great episode.
great episode, man. Love having you. Love talking to you. Chop it up.
Till next time.
Yeah, that's said no whatever, right? Jeez, that's true, man. We said a lot of stuff. Over and out. Peace. Thanks for listening.
Catch us on our social at Said No One Pod.
See you next time.
Here's a little teaser for you.
There's a lot of jealousy, and I feel like I may regret that someday because, you know, as good as a person I am, or I feel like that I am, and everything that I've accomplished and all that stuff, it ends with me the day that I die,
Yeah.
you know? And so I do think about that stuff, and that I am fearful that I may regret that because when you guys talk about all those good things that you're hopeful for your kids and stuff, it makes me ultra jealous.
But the legacy, I got 2 girls, but I'm going to change the game. Like, if they're strong enough, girls are running, girl power, all right? Girls
for
are taking
sure.
over. It's 2021. So if she finds her significant other, why can't you take the Bennett name? It lives on because my dad would always say, you need a boy.
I would
You need a
love
boy.
to. I would love to see.
Yeah,
that. I would love to see.
people want to do, right? And they can totally change their last name. I have a friend who took his wife's last name.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go. I'm
That
changing the
gets
game.
Ian excited.
We're changing the game. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need any boys. I'm good. I got my girls. We're
Yeah.
gonna keep the Bennett name strong.
Don't worry about the legacy. I mean,
Yeah.
if you encircle yourself with good people and you promote your positive
You'll live
energy.
forever.
Ooh, that's an episode coming
Yeah,
up.
oh, we got
Would you
that.
really want to live forever?
That's the
Wow.
segue.
I know. It's not the next episode, but it's one.
Oh, it's coming.
This show recorded and produced at Edge Podcast Network, edgemke.com, and brought to you by the National Podcast Association, nationalpodcastassociation.com.